So this is an original X-Wing from Star Wars. Really important piece, and this has been one of the pieces we've been asked lots of questions about. So it was made for production. It was one of the few that were actually made in this size. This part of it is production made, did not make it on screen. The rest of it is production made, screen used. Phil Jones, who made all the miniatures, can sign this. It comes from his collection. So they would have had the pieces, and they were constantly interchanging as things blew up, as things happened to different models, and this was the last one they were going to paint, and then this would have been used, but they finished the movie. So he put this back together again. Screen used R2. You know, you have all the components of a $500,000 X-Wing for $60,000. So if you want something iconic from Star Wars, I mean, this is about as cool as it's going to get. We sold the TIE Fighter for $425,000. Now, that was specifically screen used. This is part of it is screen used, and part of it is production made. But to get an ILM model is a challenge in itself, and this will probably be the last two that'll ever be sold, because everything else is in Lucas's archive.
Okay. And then which pieces specifically were screen used?
This is screen used. This is screen used. The wings are screen used. So basically, everything this way is screen used, taken off others, and this is not.
Okay.
But made, this would have, as he told us, this was in line. As they were fixing these back and forth and back and forth, this would have went next. But it just wasn't used. This is a Y-Wing filming miniature from Star Wars. This one is all production used except this one little section. So this is the pyrotechnic model. This was actually one of the burn pieces that were filmed, so you can see the distressing on it. So obviously this was put together from different pieces of the models as they blew them up. Obviously this has been recreated out of plexiglasses to give the illusion of what the other side would look like to kind of finish the model. You know, obviously it's all blown off, you know, from the production, and then we took this and made it. So, you know, again, just to finish off the display, but everything else you're looking at is screen used in its different inceptions.
Okay.
So it's, you know, again, to get an ILM filming miniature from Star Wars, you're not going to.
Yeah.
So these are about as good as it gets.
So what's your prediction as far as which one would be more popular?
It's a hard call to say. I mean, the X-Wing is more iconic. The Y-Wing, you know, because it's specifically, you know, exactly in the movie where it's used. Mm-hmm. It's a tough one. I'd probably buy the X-Wing because everybody knows what it is. It's instantly recognizable. Mm-hmm. I think this is more important because it's much more of it's screen used, and it's episode specific, where you can go in and probably find these, you know, where exactly they were used in the film. So it's, you know, it's a catch-22, but compared to the TIE Fighter, which is $425,000, this is $40 to $60, this is $60 to $80. These are relatively inexpensive for what they are.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep.